think acknowledging that makes it less of a challenge, because you don't feel the pressure that you have to sum him up yourself. Like the responsibility is spread and it's shared. Yeah, so and certainly my part, I think I had probably the easiest task as an actor in the film. Everyone else I think had more specific physical and vocal traits to Dylan, whereas my storyline with Charlotte was more or less trying to capture a fragrance of his life, and whether it was his struggle with love or marriage and divorce, and his abilities or inabilities to manage his private life with being in the private in the public eye kind of thing, and that was it. The thing about the script, it was edited. The way you see the movie is the way we read the script. It wasn't necessarily purely discovered in the editing room. I mean, Todd, in some genius fashion, edited it in the script, which made it a very confusing read, but he somehow put this jigsaw puzzle together, and I think it was beautiful. Well, it was actually quite a pleasurable experience, like to sit back and go through kind of archival footage of Dylan and his, the documentaries that are around the Scorsese documentary, and I read the chronicles of Dylan, and so my appreciation for Bob Dylan really expanded the more I investigated, and the more obscure albums and songs that I discovered, the more I was kind of baffled by his genius. And I mean, a lot of it was unnecessary, but just more for kind of pure personal curiosities, I ventured into his life. I was really impressed, actually, with Charlotte. I think she's a wonderful actor, and in fact, I don't even know if you could call her an actor. Like she refuses to act and perform, and it's stunning the way she doesn't lie. Like she won't smile unless she feels a smile, and so her performances are very honest. I tend to feel that as an actor, my job is to act, and I'm no smarter than anyone else in terms of my political views and opinions, and I feel like if I start to talk about my beliefs, it just opens up a can of worms, which you never really live down, and people don't really want to know what I think, and it's not going to change the world, so I tend to kind of keep it to myself, That's certainly something that Dylan did, was reinvent himself as often as possible, and I think for me, it comes from just not wanting to get tired of what I do, and bored, and I try not to play it safe. That bores me. I like to I like to kind of dare to be bad and push myself to fail. Because it's only through failure that you learn to succeed. So that's why I like to try and reinvent and try and take on roles or projects that I fear, because it means if I fear it that I must care for it, and also that it's going to challenge me as a person and as an actor, and then that just keeps it interesting for me. Exati, I guess. I always thought that I'd die listening to his music.